I couldn't save any smoothie for you guys. Listen, I just got in from the gym. I have not situated my situation. Hey, Ethel Marshall. That's a new name. I don't think I've seen that name before. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey. Wait a minute. Oh, shit falling. Not supposed to happen. Oh. What happens when you do too much? Vibrant thing, a vibrant thing. All right, let's try this again. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey. I just got in from the gym. I didn't even get a chance to situate my situation. Girl, I'm wet. I'm damp. I got on my coochie cutter shorts. Because, you know, the summertime is coming, niece. The summertime is coming, niece. Is it Talomez? Yeah, that wasn't one of our shows, so I didn't make it to Norfolk. The summertime is coming. Amen. Hey, girl, hey. And cover up my little situation. I didn't get a chance to situate my situation. I literally just got in here from the gym. I had just enough time to make a smoothie. A little cucumber, Swiss chard, kale, banana, pineapple, strawberry, mango. Some of my ginger tea. Put some of that in there. Hey, Valerie. Hey, girl, hey. Yes, neat. Hey, niece. I said, hey, niece. Yes, Tracy Ruff Bailey. The water bottles are still on sale. Craig the Writer Stewart. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and I missed you. I missed you. I haven't seen you guys since, what, Friday? It's been since Friday? Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. Hey, Nia! His Marvelous Life. Hey, David Pinkney, Misty Falls, Dolores Washington, Shakar, Creations, P. Marcel, Patricia Powell, Khalid Gaera, Wisdom. Yeah, I haven't seen you since Friday. Hey, Nia. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart. And this is the Facebook and YouTube versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Hey, Shonda. She didn't change her profile picture. What's up, Ryan Banks, Ronnie Hall, Michelle Yates. Yeah, I got my good sports bra on tonight, niece. Hey, LaToya Gibbs. Hey, Nee. Bobby Brown. Miss Lydia Versace. Hey, Rita, girl. Put them cigarettes down, daughter. Hey, Barbara Williams. Cherry Red. Leela. Hey, Leela. Hey, Unique 121, or whatever that is. Unique Dempsey. Hey, Shauna Reed. Shakara said, Craig, let me tell you, I am down to a half pack of cigarettes from last week. Work, these work! Shakara done came down to half a pack of cigarettes, daughter. You're going to be able to do it by May 4th. Rita. Shakara said she's down a half pack of cigarettes, niece. Shakara said, Craig, let me tell you, I am down a half pack of cigarettes from last week. I'm working on giving up these cigarettes. It's hard, but I'm trying, niece. You got it, daughter. You got it, daughter. You got this. You got this, niece. Shakar, if you come off them cigarettes, now listen, this is an honor policy. This is an honor policy. I have no way of verifying if you actually come off of them, but I'm going to take you at your word. I'm going to take you at your word. If you come off them cigarettes by May 4th, I'm going to send you something special. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, niece. But I'm going to send you, hey, Teresa Jackson. Hey, Phyllis Goodman. Rita. Don't be worrying about me saying hello. Shakar says she down a half a pack of cigarettes, niece. She talking about saying hello. Girl, come up off them Benson and Hedges. But Shakar, you come up off them cigarettes, niece, by May 4th. Shakar, you got this, niece. Hey, Tyrell. Faison. I want to share an email with you guys. I got this email the other day. What's this? Antronika? Is that Antronika Thomas? She says, I'm down too. I smoke lights. All right, Antronika. Come on, niece. You got this. I need all of you to come off by May 4th. What's up, Sonny? No, Michelle Yates, I did not situate my situation. I literally just walked in from the gym. So it's a little salty down here. But it may not even be salty because I took a shower before I went to the gym and I scrubbed really good in all of the crevices. Rhonda Washington has a testimony over here on Facebook. She says, I quit smoking in January. So she's 4 months in. She said, and I feel so much better. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, Curtis Cook. Hey, niece. Rita talking about she already off. Somebody check her purse. Smell her breath, because I don't think she really off her cigarette. She just talking shit. Hey, Nia. Gemini lady said, I'm on book number 2. All right, come on, book number 2. Hey, Kamani. I love that name, Kamani. Yes, I showered before I went to the gym. What's up, Daniel James III? I showered before I went to the gym, niece. You know what I'm saying? I went on and walked because I went and got my hair cut, niece. I went and got my permanent today. I went and got my permanent because, you know, I had that roller set the last time, so I wanted to get a permanent this time. So I went and got me a permanent today. And so when I came back, I showered. Because, you know, that hair and stuff was on me. So I took a shower. Marcus Smith said, I quit January 28th. All right. Come on, niece. Keep coming back. Ain't that what they say when you go to the AA meetings? Am I the only one that's ever gone to an AA meeting? No, I'm not a recovering addict, but I got plenty in my family. I've been to one of many AA meetings, AA dances up there in Baltimore. Mike is great. But yeah, I showered before I went to the gym. So I had washed in all of the crevices. I got, hey, Dottie, girl, hey. Look, AA offers the best coffee. Look at Ebony. She done been to a couple AA meetings too. Yes, niece. So yeah, I showered. So it's probably not salty. You understand what I'm saying? It's probably not salty down there. It's probably a nice little man scent. You know y'all like a little man scent. I know the community does. I know the community like a little man scent down and twinks the underwear. I want to share an email with you guys. I got this email the other day. Now, I guess I'm just going to have to give you guys a little this. It's probably not salty, though. I'm back on what I was saying. It's probably not salty. It's probably just a little man scent. But, you know, I know some people like it completely salty. Keon is at work. I know some of y'all like it completely salty and stank. Read it and jumped over into the YouTube. Girl, Shakar said she is down a half a pack of cigarettes, and one of the guys said he came off January 28th. I can't remember who that was. And then one of my ladies over here on Facebook said she came off in January. She didn't say what date, but she said January. And she feels so much better. Rita, you don't worry about everybody else. Rita, you just come off your Benson and Hedges. She's so busy trying to get people together. If she used that energy to come off them cigarettes, she'd be doing something instead of, you know, expending that energy in the wrong areas. Anyway, and of course I put my protein powder in here because that's my meal. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to eat again because I probably will. But listen, I want to read an email to you guys. I have to find it, though. One of you sent me an email the other day, and I said, I'm going to share this email. I'm trying to think where she... Wait, hold on. Let me find it. And she said, I'm not trying to get you together. You know when people start like that, they really trying to get you together. When they start like that, niece, they really are trying to get you together. Is this it? Oh, here it is. I found it, niece. I found it. And I told her I wouldn't say who said it, right? I told her I wouldn't tell her who, she could stay anonymous. Shakar said, before we get into that email, Shakar said, Rita, I stopped buying packs for starters. So, Rita, that may be what you need to do. Stop buying packs of cigarettes. Maybe buy loose ones. She'll be running to the store 9 and 10 times a day. She buy loose cigarettes. Anyway, she says, Bobby Hodges said he buys one. He buys singles. But she said, Shakara said she doesn't buy a whole pack. She just buy like a few here and there. So listen. All right, let me read y'all this email. She says, when did this come in here? This came in Monday, 3 o'clock. She probably should have been working. She emailing me, getting me together, gathering me up. So she said, I wanted to write you about something you said the other day. I don't think that people are getting mad with you about you sharing your vegan journey, but sometimes it comes off like being a food snob. A food snob. Before you get upset, let me explain! Exclamation point. Lots of times you will say things like, this is all you need, instead of those chicken wings. Or some of you are eating hamburgers right now. You all better stop eating that meat. That can come off as being superior because you no longer eat those things. By no means is this an offensive letter. Just want to put it in perspective and help you see a point of view that you may not be considering. I'm not done reading. I'm not done reading these. I'm not finished. I just wanted to take a pregnant pause. You know I like a little pause, right? So, right. Hey, Tish. Khalid said, hey, Tish. Hey, Tish. Hey, Nee. So she says, how would it feel? Where my community at? Where my gay folk at? Where my gay folk? She said, how would it feel if the heterosexual community would say to the gay community, all you need is some pussy? She said, how would you like it if the heterosexual community would say to the gay community, all you need is some pussy to stop running after these men? I can imagine it would be hurtful, and the person saying that would be attacked because that statement suggests that there is something wrong with being gay. Now, first of all, niece, that's the difference. There's the difference, niece. Being gay is not a choice. It's not a decision. Eating meat is a choice. I made that decision for many, many years. I made the choice to eat meat for years. Being gay is not. So that's not the same thing. But I get where you're coming from, niece. Being gay is instinctive. It's instinctive. It's how we're wired. And that's not even just being gay. Sexuality, whether you're heterosexual, whether you're gay, whether you're bisexual, it's instinctive. Sexuality is instinctive. It's how we're wired. It's not a choice. It's not a decision. It's just like my skin color. I was born black. I have no choice in that. I can't do anything about that. I can pray every day for the rest of my life to wake up tomorrow as a white man, because white people move through the world effortlessly, right? They navigate the world in a different way than people of color. But that will never happen. I can pray every day for the rest of my life. That will never happen. That doesn't mean that prayer doesn't work. It just means that you have to adjust to the life that God gave you. So the same is true for sexuality. But I'm picking up what you're putting down, niece. So anyway, she says, let me go back and read that. So she says, how would it feel if the heterosexual community would say to the gay community, all you need is some pussy? And I guess she means the lesbian community. All you need is some dick. Look, Averill DuVernay says someone is being sensitive. See, this is why you stop sharing healthy things with us. And she's right, because for a while I stopped telling you guys what I eat. Because there were people sending me messages like this talking about, you throwing it in our face. I'm not trying to proselytize you. I'm not trying to change the way that you think. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to offer you something different. I'm just trying to offer you, like Tonette sends me stuff all the time. I stopped sharing a lot of that on here. Well, this is before I was doing YouTube. But I stopped sharing a lot of it with you guys because, you know, I don't want you to think that I'm throwing it in your face or bragging. But, you know, part of that I realize is that's a cultural thing. That's a black thing. Now, watch this. I say that it's a cultural thing and it's a black thing because as black people, we were raised not to brag. You know, your parents say, stop bragging. Stop telling everybody everything. You know what I mean? Stop doing. We were raised not to celebrate ourselves. Because essentially when you tell your children, stop bragging. Like if you have a child right now and they got 3 A's and a B. Or if they got a new pair of sneakers and they're excited about their sneakers and they say, oh, look at my new sneakers. You know how kids do. And you say, sit down and stop all that bragging. Stop acting like you ain't never had nothing. You're also teaching them. There's a fine line for it. But you're also teaching them not to celebrate themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So, for example, and I know I was referred to the books, but this is my life. Everything has happened. It's in these 2 books. But remember in this first book, do you guys remember the character Nina? Remember the Nina character? She and I were really good friends. And I'm not even finished reading this email either. I got to come back to this email. But remember the character Nina? I wasn't able to, she and I were really, really close friends, but I never felt in high school, but I never felt like I could really celebrate or be excited about any accomplishment or anything that I was doing. Like the first time that I went out of the country, I was 17. It was an exchange program to France, and I write about that in the first book. So for those of you who think that these books are just about being gay and all that stuff, it's not. I couldn't even tell her about my trip. I didn't feel like I could tell her. Yeah, the one who was jealous, D'Antoine. I couldn't even, I felt like I couldn't tell her about my trip. You know, like if you went away on a trip and you came back and you want to tell, girl, guess what I did this. If you have friendships and you can't celebrate yourself and the things that you've done without them feeling like you're bragging or throwing, now there's a fine line. Now some of y'all do brag. There's a difference between bragging and saying, oh my God, I just had an amazing time. It was, you know, I went to the Eiffel Tower, I went to Musée d'Orsay, and, you know, I did this, I went to the Louvre, and, you know what I mean? Like when you talk about all of that kind of stuff, if you can't just talk about basic stuff, then there's probably not a friend. And family members too. Yes, Denise Mason. If you can't talk to people, and I used to talk about this all of the time before I started doing YouTube, if you can't go to your tribe, you should have a tribe. And when I say tribe, I mean your people. Like you have your handful of people, whether it's family members and friends or just friends or whatever. You have to have your tribe, your people that you can go to and dump everything on, and you know you're going to get good feedback from, not just feedback, but you're going to get good feedback from them. Whether it's about you starting a business, whether it's about relationships, whether it's about going back to school, whether it's about raising your children, whatever it is. But everybody's not in a position to receive that. And you know how you read on social media and they'll say, if you're the most interesting person in your circle, then you need new friends, you need to get yourself around other people. People say, yeah, I need to be around other people, but then there are people who get in those new crowds and they feel intimidated, they feel lost, they feel jealous, they feel whatever, insecure. And so, bottom line is, I had that particular friend and I never felt like, so when I got accepted to Hampton University, I didn't feel like I could say to her, like whenever people would come around us and say, oh, well, where are you guys going away to school? Like when we were seniors in high school, people would come to us because we were thick as thieves. We were like this all the time. And so people would always say around that time of year when it was time to go away to college, people would say, well, where are you going to college? I would always shrink around her. I would always shrink around her. I would always pull back my personality, my excitement, whatever, because I didn't want her to think that I was trying to overshadow her. And Peddler Bell wrote a book called Don't Block Your Blessings. And that's basically what she talked about in that book if you've never read it. She talked about how you don't shrink in the face of a relationship, in the face of your family members, in the face of anybody. You need to be, if you have this effervescent personality, then let it shine. You don't dim your light for people. So bottom line is, whenever people would come around us and say, oh, well, where are you guys going to college? I would always shrink and I would let her say where she was going first because I didn't want to look too excited. And I didn't want to look like I was trying to overshadow her. And so she would say, oh, I'm going to University of Maryland, Eastern Shore. Because, see, she didn't really want to go there. She wanted to go to Delaware State. But her family wasn't in the position to send her there, blah, blah, blah. And so UMES was her second choice. And so then people would say, oh, okay, well, good. You know, people were just excited that we were going to college, young people. That young people were going to college. And so they would come to me and say, well, Craig, where you going? And I would say, oh, I'm going to Hampton. Oh, my God, you're going to Hampton. So they would just go crazy. But I would always say it real kind of like, oh, I'm going to Hampton. Like I would try to downplay it. Long story short, back to this email. So when I'm sharing things with you guys, like I said, whether it's something that Tonette has sent me or whether it's something Averill Duvernay has done for me, like I told you when I went down to, Averill, where'd you come? To Houston? We met in Houston. Like when I went down to Houston for the Queen Supreme Court show, Averill drove, what, 2 hours? She drove 2 hours from Killeen, Texas, and we met for the first time. We went to dinner. And she was like, no, I'm taking you to dinner. And then she gave me a card and she tucked a little money in the thing. But like, I try not to share as much with some of you, well, not some of you, on here. Because, and even like I get messages. I get emails all the time from people every day, just about. Either it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, somewhere. Or directly in my email like this one. And it's somebody saying, oh my God, you've done this for me. Oh my God, you've changed my life. Oh my God, I've lost 15 pounds. Oh my God, whatever, your book, whatever. But I don't share a lot of that stuff because I don't want you to point to your neighbor and say, he doesn't want you to think that he's bragging. I don't want you to think that I'm bragging. I don't want you to think that. The reason that I do share stuff with you is because I'm hoping that you see yourself in my story. Because I know that when I used to be really, 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 really wanting my career to start to happen, my dream to start to manifest, I used to look at other people. I used to look to other people and hope that, not hope, but I would be inspired when I would watch shows like MTV Behind the Music or MTV Driven, you know, those kinds of shows and interviews. Like I would be inspired when I would watch shows like that because I could see part of myself in those journeys. And I don't know where you are in your journey or in your life, but I try to share things with you to let you guys know that it too can happen for you if you just keep going, if you just keep believing and keep dreaming. Whether it's me celebrating you, Shakar, coming off your cigarettes, or whatever it is. Like me saying that about Shakar coming down a half a pack of cigarettes since last week, that is going to inspire somebody else. Even if it's not Rita. No shade. But I'm just saying, it's going to inspire somebody. Because I believe in energy. And I believe that the energy that you put into the universe, whether it's in a book, whether it's in a conversation, I believe that when you put that energy into the universe, it reverberates. You send a vibration through the universe, and it hits different people at different times. So I kind of pulled back, because I used to share with you guys all the time about what somebody has sent me or what I got from the P.O. box. But, you know, I just don't as much now. But let me finish her email. So she said, I can imagine it would be hurtful, and the person saying that would be attacked because that statement suggests that there is something wrong with being gay. Just as sometimes your comments may suggest that there is something wrong with what others choose to eat. You and I both know that your intention is to help and introduce new things to your audience, but you don't want to run them away by the method. Now, Craig, that was my perspective on the situation. I was trying to help. Don't read me all the way down to the ground. I love you. So of course I wouldn't read you. I understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. I really do. And I really truly thought that you all understood that I'm joking. Like when I say the GED section, I don't really think you all are stupid. I open the podcast every day with good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. That's how I open it, because that's how I feel you are. That's what I consider you. Thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. So I open it with that. And remember, the GED section was not my brainchild. That was Keop's. And I thought it was funny, and I just started using it. Now, I don't know if Keop really has a GED or not. I don't know that. But one day I was talking, I've never met Keop. I was talking one day on here about something. I don't remember what it was. And he said, I saw in the comments, he said, can somebody explain to me what that word is or what that means? He said, because I'm over here in the GED section. You understand what I'm saying? So when he said it, I just fell out laughing. So that also was part of the reason why I started to explain and started to spell out the words that I use, or I give you like a synonym of the word. Not because I don't think that, I know some of you know every word that I use, but I say it just because I recognize that there are people from all walks of life that are watching these videos. And I don't want to assume that you understand what I'm saying. So I just try to break it down. That's it. But if I've offended you, Christy Burt Williams said, if I thought you thought I was stupid, my ass wouldn't be here. I know some of you get it. I know some of you understand it. But just for those of you who think that I'm trying to pontificate, for those of you who think I'm trying to pontificate, I'm not trying to talk above you. I'm not trying to talk over your head, okay? But anyway, I just wanted to read that email because it came. And so, again, I'm not one of those Christians, like, you know how like the Christians get saved, and then as soon as they get saved, everybody else going to hell because they didn't finally dip their head in some water and got saved. So I'm not one of those people that now, because I've come off the meat, I'm thinking everybody's going to come off the meat. I know some of you are not. I know many of you are not. But I know that there may be a handful of you that will. And I just explained because I know for me, I always thought I had the ability to, well, I didn't know if I had the discipline. I didn't know if I had the discipline to come off meat. Because when I first moved to Atlanta, which was in 1998, I used to write for a theater company. And most of the people it was a youth group. Most of the kids they were like from, well, they were from all ages, but primarily they were like anywhere from 16 to 24. No, Donnell, I was not an English major. I was a journalism major, so close. But most of the kids in that theater company were, they didn't eat meat and they didn't eat dairy. Now, I can't say that they were necessarily vegan, but they didn't really eat a lot of meat, and they definitely didn't eat dairy. Because if you're a singer, and if you're really serious about, I love you too, Rita, if you're really serious about your vocals, like true singers, they're not eating dairy. Because dairy creates mucus. It causes mucus in the body, which we've talked about when we've made some of these smoothies, right? So part of what you get when you use like sea moss in your smoothie, it breaks down mucus in your body, and it, you know, takes the mucus out of your system. But mucus gets on your vocal cords, right? And so sometimes when people crack, hey, King Ross, when their voices crack, or you know what I'm saying? So then you have that extra phlegm, that's mucus, and it comes from your diet. So I only just try to share with you stuff. And remember, I'm a Taurus. And if you know anything about Taurians, we're natural teachers. Like we always want to share with you what we've learned. Valerie, I just made my smoothie. It's gone, niece. It's gone. I've already made the smoothie. I need to go over there and move them dishes from out the sink. But, so I just try to share with you. And it's not even just about the diet. Because, I mean, I always try to share stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that part of what would make us better as a community, and now I'm talking about black folks, is if we share more information. And I'm just one of those black people that like to share everything that I know with people, especially black people. You know what I'm saying? I just think that we don't share enough. And I think that, like, we a lot of times like to ascribe the disparity between black and white folks all to racism. And yes, the preponderance of it is because of that and systemic racism. But some of it is because we just don't share with each other. We don't teach each other. We don't tell each other because we're so afraid that somebody's going to get to it before us. Somebody's going to make the money before we do. Somebody's going to get to the top before, you know, and I've just never felt like that. Tiffany Smith Bell said, I'm eating better even though you told everyone in the world that I eat pork rinds. Girl, yeah, you tear them pork rinds up, girl. Keyup, I just came from the gym. This is my little leotard. Oh my God. But yeah. So, I mean, I will share with you guys here and there. Because here's the thing. Remember, those of you that are new, a year ago, I also shared when my car was impounded. So I don't just share stuff like, what is this? I don't just share, it's not I'm bragging. It's not that at all. I share it all. You understand what I'm saying? I shared with you when my car was impounded. I told you about the food stamps. I guess they only want to know when I'm suffering. They only want to know when I'm suffering, niece. What is this? Craig be putting me back in. I'm laughing at Donnell. Shakar said, keep teaching, preaching, and motivating. You are heaven sent for a lot of us. Your wisdom and mentoring is what drew me to you from the beginning. I thank you very much. Lana said, I am that way too, Craig. I enjoy sharing with people. Yeah, I think we have to share with people. Look at Rita. Craig, will you tell my husband to stop buying me cartons of cigarettes? I got mind control. Said, who got your car out? Listen, I wasn't on YouTube at that time. My folks over here on Facebook got my car out of the impound because I was sharing with them. Who is this? That I'm a first timer. Hey, Tanya. Is it Tanya or Tanya? Tanya Monroe. I think it's Tanya. Or do you say Tanya? Keep coming back, niece. Hey, man. But no, I shared about that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to share everything because, you know, at the time I was really struggling as an entrepreneur. And I know that there are other people who are entrepreneurs who may be watching me. And you could be that close to giving up. And just because I came on here and said something, it may have inspired you to just go another day. You know what I'm saying? To try one more day, you know, at this entrepreneur thing. So it's not about me bragging. I want to share with you the successes, and I want to share with you the setbacks. You understand? So, you know, that's it. But I think, again, just to kind of underscore what I was saying earlier, I I think as culturally, our people, black folks, we were taught as children very early on, stop bragging. Stop telling all your business. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even that. It's just you're celebrating. And I think that the lessons, whether they're good lessons or hard lessons or whatever, they're not just for you. The lessons aren't designed just for you. The lessons are for whomever you choose to share it with. So for example, if you're going through breast cancer or endometriosis or prostate cancer for some of the guys, the journey, the lesson isn't just for you. It's for whomever you share it with. You understand what I'm saying? Whoever you share your story with, your walk with, because somebody else is watching that journey. People are watching how you come through a thing, how you walk through a thing. For me, it was financial. And so I shared with you, you know, the times that I had very difficult times and setbacks, because again, I know I'm not the only entrepreneur in the world. And I've had people say to me, oh my God, you make it so easy. You make it look so easy. How did you do this? And how did you, you know? And I see your messages. Well, like a friend of mine called me the other day. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. You all know Dante in LA. And I have reached out to him because Marcellus, remember Marcellus donated YouTube, Dr. Young, YouTube. But Dante I called Dante the other day because remember Marcellus donated 10 coming out greeting cards, right? One of the coming out greeting cards that I have. And so I called Dante to gift them to his organization out in California called AIDS Project Los Angeles. And so he has a lot of young, gay, LGBTQ people who haven't come out to their family. And so I thought that since Marcel had donated or paid me for 10 of those cards, I would gift those cards to that organization. Well, when I called Dante to tell him that, Dante put a little bug in my ear. And he said, let me tell you something. He said, so there was this guy, and he told me the guy's name. I'm not going to tell you who it was. He told me the guy's name, and I looked him up or whatever. The guy's not connected with me on Facebook. Yes, Voice of Reason, to be a living testimony. To be a living testimony. What's your question, Cheryl Gale Niece? Put it down there, Niece. So anyway, I looked the guy up on Facebook. We're not connected on Facebook. We're not Facebook friends. And he basically inboxed Dante. He doesn't know Dante either. He inboxed Dante to say to Dante, I'm always on here promoting my stuff. I'm always on here trying to get people to buy stuff. First of all, daughter, this is my social media. So what? So for those of you who know the story about the hater that came up to me in the restaurant about a year ago, for the new people, yes, another guy, P. Marcel. So for all of the new people, let me just give a little recap for the new people because I know my girl Tanya Monroe, I think it was Monroe. About a year ago, I was in a restaurant and this guy came up to me and didn't say hello. I was having dinner with my friend Terrence. And he didn't say hello. He just came over to the table and he was like, you always promoting your books. Like no matter where you are, you always talking about your books. You always bring the conversation around to your book. Thank you, Rodney. Lola does all of the promoting. And the reason that I will jump in there and start talking about the books is because I see Lola saying one book is 20, 236, 354. So anyway, so that's the brief story on the other guy. So the guy came up to me in the restaurant and was like, you always promoting your books and da-da-da. And so my friend Terrence and I got him together real quickly. And we were like, oh, it's Tanya. Okay, Tanya, not Tanya. Okay. And so DT and I got him together and we're like, first of all, that's what any entrepreneur should do. And let me just say to those of you who have your own businesses and you don't use your social media to promote your shit, the reason that you probably don't promote your shit is because you're worried about what the people connected to your social media are going to think about you for self-promoting. Fuck them. Fuck them people. Use your shit. Like I got a friend who has music right now on iTunes and he does not promote his stuff because he thinks that it's self-interested. Let me give it to you like this. You know how Beyonce performs and all those fans be in front of her and her hair be blowing? Who the fuck you think tells them people to put them fans out there? They don't just say, oh, Beyonce, let us put a fan here. No, she told somebody, I need a fan right here. Put a fan right there because I want my hair to blow and I want this cape to go. Like, you got to be able to promote your shit. But see, that goes back to what I was saying about how we were raised. Oh, don't be bragging. Don't be talking so much about yourself. Now, in real life, when I'm out, you don't hear me talking about my stuff. I don't. Like when I go to places and like usually one of my friends will say, oh, my friend Craig, he's an author. Like Mike always, when I'm with Mike, he's always introducing, oh, my friend Craig wrote 3 books. He's a gay author. That's how he always says it. He's a gay author. I don't bring it up. I never bring it up. And people will always say, oh my God, you've written books? Oh my God, I would have never known that. What are they about? Why didn't you tell us? I do that on social media, yes. Because you could be watching from Trinidad. You could be watching from Alaska. But when I'm out somewhere eating, like I went to a book signing on Sunday for James Earl Hardy. He wrote B-Boy Blues and Second Time Around, and he has a few other books. But I wasn't in there talking about my books. Like, are you serious? But you have to be able to promote your shit. And that's one of the cardinal rules of being an entrepreneur. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to promote your own shit. What's this? Let me read some of these. Craig, you are awesome. You are thanking God for your blessing. And that should never be downplayed. Even if it's just one that gets you. Your transparency is a light. Don't stop, love. It's needed. Thank you, Cherry Red. And so, yeah, Mr. Hayes, James Earl Hardy, he has about 5 or 6 books. I don't know how many he has, but if you Google it, I'm sure they will come up. But, I have been suffering from severe postpartum. Oh, Marie Denise, she says, I have been suffering from severe postpartum and your lives really have helped me. Keep it up. Well, thank you very much, Marie. But yeah, so, you know, you got to promote your own stuff. You understand? And a lot of times people will try to cut you down and tell you because they don't have the courage to promote themselves. Yes, he has something in an anthology too, as well. But yeah, but you have to be able to promote your stuff and not worry about what people think of you. And that's part of why a lot of people don't chase their dreams. A lot of people don't run after their own dreams because they're so worried about what people are going to think if it doesn't work out. Or what are people going to think if you're promoting your stuff? But like, you have to be your biggest cheerleader first. First. And so, I mean, that's it. But, so think about that as you're raising your kids and your grandkids. Think about telling them, stop bragging. No, you should teach them how to celebrate themselves. Not brag, but teach them how to celebrate and to celebrate their accomplishments. Mr. Hayes says, are you going to do a nonfiction series? Ooh. You know, I'm asked that all the time. And here's what I will tell you. I never set out to write any of these books. I never set out to write greeting cards. I never set out to write the stage plays that I've written. The only thing that I set out to do was to write music, and that was when I first came to Atlanta, right? That was the only thing I set out to do. And you know I've never had a song on anybody's album. So I've discerned, or I've delineated from that I wasn't called to write music, but instead I was called to write books, I was called to write greeting cards, I was called to write these stage plays. So I haven't been called to write a nonfiction story yet. So I just don't know if that will come. Now, I'm not saying it won't ever happen, but any nonfiction that I've written is in the form of television scripts. So I have a couple television scripts that I've written that are on my computer. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't have any... No, the stage plays are not on DVD, Aunt Tanya. The plan is to mount the show again into real... Well, it's on video, but it ain't really in the... It's not good enough where I let you see it. But I'm looking young because I had shaved my face down. Hey, girl, hey. But I don't know what's going to happen with those television scripts. And again, that's fiction. But I just haven't been led to write like a... D'Antoine, shut up. D'Antoine talking about Tyler Perry stole him. Hello? 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 Hey, Sean. Hey, Sean. Sean, I haven't put any hoodies over there on the website yet, but there are t-shirts and stuff. But yeah. So anyway, think about how you teach your children and how you tell your kids, stop bragging, but you want them to be able to celebrate themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And a part of this sense of entitlement that we often say white folks have is because they encourage their kids from day one. You could do anything. You understand what I'm saying? Like we have got, what's your question, Kendrick? You're welcome, Willie Taylor. Willie Taylor finally got his books. Remember a couple weeks ago I said Willie Taylor had ordered his books. He sent me money through the Cash App, and he never sent me his address. And I announced it on here one day. I said, Willie Taylor, I need you to send me your. He had sent me his money 2 weeks ago, and he finally emailed me the other day, and so we sent it out to him. And so, he had two. And so we sent them out, and so he just messaged me over on YouTube and said, I received my books. You're welcome. He said, I just remember that I ordered books from you. He just sent money. Like, you all will send me money through this Cash App and won't even follow up with your shipping address. I'm like, now, I guess they think I'm just going to figure out where they live. Shakar said, one thing I learned from Lonnie B. and T.S. Madison is always celebrate the next person. Yes. So that you don't block your blessings. It's not about bragging on yourself. It's called accomplishing goals. Yes. That's it. Absolutely. Terry says she's back. Team Facebook. Look at Lala Jordan with her messy stuff. He stole Miss Sophia's. Get out of here. Whoo. But yeah, so the goal is for me to mount the show again, mount the play again, and to really film it the way that it's supposed to. Yes, we did, Kendra. We did talk about Dwayne Wade and his son, 11-year-old son, being gay last night on the Queen's Supreme Court. We did. We sure did. But yeah, so how do I feel, Kendrick? How do I feel about what? Craig Stewart, you came up in my feed on Sunday with DT, and shortly thereafter, I went through a few job tribulations. Oh, yes, I remember that, Evie. And I went through a few job tribulations, and you know about that. I have been super blessed. Uh-oh. However, you have helped me through those times. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, like, I remember when Evie first started coming, good night, I got mind control. I remember when Evie first started coming on the live, she was out of work. She was looking for work. And I was sharing one of my stories in one of them valley periods where nothing was happening and the bills were piling up. Sometimes you just need a word. And I don't mean from church. Sometimes you just need to know somebody else has been through it and they can just kind of be that bit of light for you. Kendrick Rogers says, do you think they should support it or redirect him? Well, I just said a moment ago that sexuality is instinctive. I don't think that his parents should. We talking about Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, their 11-year-old son, or Dwayne Wade's 11-year-old son is gay. And they had him at the Miami Gay Pride. So some people were saying, oh, that's too early for him to be at a Pride event. And other people were like, well, that's too early. Like, well, how does he know he's gay? Because sexuality is instinctive. It's how you're wired. And I think that they need to affirm who he is and stop trying to teach gay folks, gay children that they're wrong. You know, that what they're feeling is wrong. Oh, it's just a phase. You'll grow out of it. Yes, baby, we're built in that valley. The valley strengthens us. Yes. Cheryl Gale said, how do you know that young? The same way you know you like little boys when you're young, when you're a girl. Yes, Christina, support him or lose him. And that's the thing. I think that a lot of times parents, when they don't support their gay children, and I can only speak from the space of a gay boy. I don't know what the lesbian experience is like. But from the perspective of a gay boy, I think that if you try to redirect him, you know what I mean? It's just like some parents, this is a very generic example, but I think probably a good example. You know how like some parents, black folks, you know when your child starts writing with their left hand and you keep taking the little thing that they, you know, every time they pick up an object, they pick up with their left hand, and you want them to be right-handed. Sean. And you want them to be right-handed, so you keep trying to direct them so they can use their right hand. Instinctively, they're gonna be left-handed. Like, you may get them to write with their right hand, but they're still gonna naturally do things with their left hand. Period. But the bottom line is, from the space of a gay boy, I think that sometimes a lot of times when you teach your kid as a gay boy that who they are is wrong, and you try to redirect them and just all this other stuff, I believe that they come into this community, and when I say this community, I mean the gay community, because I don't use the word lifestyle. I don't believe that being gay is a lifestyle. So when you come into the community and you've come from a family that hasn't supported your sexuality, and they've told you that who you are is inherently wrong, I think you come into this community broken. And I think you come into this community looking for pieces of yourself that your family didn't give you. Let me say that again. I think you come into this community looking for pieces of yourself that your family didn't give you. D'Antoine, why are you crying? Tell me why you're crying. And I tried to capture what I just said in the epilogue of the second book. I think many of us come into this community broken, and we start looking for relationships with older men or men, period, because you didn't get that from your family. And I believe that there's a piece that I would even venture to say that there's a crop of gay men who come into this community from families that didn't support them. And a portion or a fraction of those men, now stay with me now, I believe in some instances, some of those men become HIV positive because they're looking for sex, looking for love through sex. Not all, niece. But I believe that there's a fraction of men who come into this community looking for the love that they never got from their family in relationships, and they're trying to find love by having sex. And they end up contracting the virus. Now, of course, that's not everybody. So don't be beating me over my head and talk about that. I'm not saying everybody. But I also think that there are a crop of men who are searching for love on the internet or in the park or at bathhouses or, you know, wherever these vices tend to show up because they're broken. They're looking, and then I think that in a lot of ways, we're a community of broken hearts and souls trying to have relationships with other broken hearts and souls. If you haven't done the proper inner work that you need to do, if you haven't done that proper healing. And I think that, you know, I was having this conversation with my mom today. I started to put it on the Patreon, but I didn't. But I was having this conversation with my mom today, and somehow we got on, in the conversation about me being single. I can't even remember how it came up. And she said something about, she asked me if somebody was in a relationship. I can't remember who that was. It was one of my friends. She said, oh, so you and, I can't remember who it was. She said, oh, so you and such, y'all alone, y'all by yourself. I said, I ain't by myself. I got me. I'm with me. I said, I got me. She's talking about, oh, I know that's right. And then, so we ended up having this conversation, and I was basically telling her that I'm really, and I believe in love. I believe in love. And I believe that it's possible. I believe love is possible. But I'm in a space right now where I'm starting to, and I hate to almost say this. I hate to almost say this, but I'm almost in a space where I'm starting to really question if I'm made of the kind of stuff required for relationships. Because like what I know to be true, nothing lasts forever. Nothing. Not a job, not a marriage, not a relationship. Because we all have to die. So even if a person doesn't walk out on you or cheat on you or, you know, whatever, it has to come to an end because somebody has to leave, right? Dr. Young, I'm just speaking where I feel. But I'm just in a space right now where I'm almost losing faith in people in terms of relationships. Guys, let me say that. And I feel like people want to invest in a lot of things, but not in love. People want to invest in a lot of shit, but love isn't one of those things that a lot of people want to invest in. And I don't think, and for all of the gay people watching me, I don't believe that that's limited to gay people, because a lot of gay people think that if they were straight, they would be in a relationship by now, and they would have kids. I believe that relationships are just very taxing and trying right now. And I just think that we live in a world. Tiffany Smith Bell said, hi, Dr. Young. But I just think that we live in a space and a time where folk are more afraid than they're willing to try love. Folk are more afraid than they are willing to try love. And although I know on a practical side, on the intellectual side, I do know that everything has its time. Everything has its time. So all love isn't intended to be a forever kind of love. All love isn't intended to be a forever kind of love. Some love relationships are supposed to be 6 months, whatever it is for you to get the lesson. Some are 6 years, some are 16 years. But, you know, I just feel like most people, when you're in that beginning stage and it's just regular relationship building stuff and the awkwardness that comes in the, you know, in the beginning, I just think that sometimes we're so quick to give up. And I'm tired of investing and not having somebody really, really invest in me too. You understand what I'm saying? And so I just feel like I'm in a space where I'd rather just invest all of my time, energy, and effort into building this business. But I also have always believed that I want to be a person that has personal success and professional success. I don't want to be one of those people that has one and doesn't have the other. But my mom said, I just think that right now, you know, you're just in a space where you're building and things are finally starting to happen. Because listen, for those of you who think that this shit just started happening, it hasn't. I moved to Atlanta in 1998. Bitch, it's 2019. Somebody say, bitch, it's 2019. It's 2019. Things are just starting to pop. My first book came out in 2012. That was 7 years ago. I was around here driving for Lyft and Uber trying to make shit pop. So my mother said to me today, she said, listen, I just think that you're in a space right now where things are really just starting to happen. And she said, I just don't think that right now is the time for, I don't think you really have the time to be in a relationship, to foster a relationship. I said, niece, I do have time. Now, be clear, be ye clear. I do have time because I believe that I know how to create a balance. I do believe I know how to create a balance between. But what I struggle with. Here's what I struggle with. And I didn't even know I was going to talk about this, so this is really like off the cuff. But what I struggle with is, wow, I really was not, I didn't just walk down this, I didn't walk down this, I done went down this hole now, and I can't come back out. I have to go ahead and finish it. But, Mr. Hayes, cut them cigarettes out. We about to get rid of these cigarettes now, May 4th. But I'm in a space where I can create a balance, Leela. There's a personal life, work-life balance, right? And I think I'm right down in that middle. But my struggle now is coming in contact with a man who's not insecure. That's just the truth. And we all have insecurities. We all have insecurities. We all have insecurities at varying degrees. At varying degrees. But I personally believe that men are the most insecure creature alive. And that's a man telling you this. Gay men, heterosexual men, bisexual men. Men are the most insecure creature alive. And because I don't work a job, correct. Look, Dan Twan said, I'd be like, who calling you? And see, my thing is, my business is in this phone. I was about to reach for it, but I forgot I'm talking to you guys on the phone. My phone goes off. And listen, you know I love a good nap. And you know when I go to sleep at night, I turn my ringers off. Because I need to be able to sleep. I turn my ringers off at night. And people have said to me, I'm going to remember my point. Now watch this nasty left turn I'm about to make. And people have said to me, well, why do you turn your... This is how y'all talk. Why do you turn your ringers off at night, though? What if something happens to one of your family members back home? Well, bitch, at 3 in the morning, ain't nothing I can do because the planes ain't leaving at 3 in the morning unless you fly in private. So, well, what if somebody dies? Well, they'll be dead in the morning, niece. Why do I need to interrupt my sleep? I will see you in the morning. Like... You understand what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, I'm cutting my ringers off. Because if you're dead, you're going to be dead at 10 a.m. too. So, anyway, I turn my ringers off at night. But, and for all of my entrepreneurs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your business is in your phone. My business is in my phone. When you guys order books from me, that Cash App, I'm in that phone because I got to get your addresses. I'm sending that stuff over to Nikki. We running good smooth black business over here. So I'm making sure that I'm making sure that I have your addresses lined up. You're emailing me stuff. You got questions about stuff. Nikki checks this stuff too, but still, you understand what I'm saying? I'm the first line of defense. So when them emails come through there, I'm looking at it. People messaging me on social media, asking me how to get the books or can I get the Audible or you understand what I'm saying? Now we got the greeting card thing going. The orders are coming through there. I just have to, I'm on top of my stuff, right? Madison is messaging me about the next city that we going to. I got Queens Supreme Court business going on. And I don't need to be with no insecure ass man who's asking me at 10:30, well, who in your phone? Because you always think somebody up to something. No, this is my business in this phone. This is my business in here. This is how he keeps all of this going. You understand what I'm saying? This is how we keep all of this going. So I need you to not be so, because see, the conversation that you and I need to have is, why are your insecurities set up in such a way that you think that every time I go to my phone, I'm texting somebody else? You understand what I'm saying? And so it's just, ooh, it's just a lot. So my mother was just like, well, no, I just think that you're going to be able to, you know, find you somebody. I think when God sends you somebody, you're going to be fine. I said, yeah, Ma, I get that. I understand all that. You know, she likes to talk all esoterically. I'm like, girl, I get it. But my thing is, even still, look at Mary J. Blige. She thought she had this great man, and she paying that man $30,000 a month. You understand what I'm saying? She paying that man $30,000 because people lose focus. You get into this relationship and you think, you know, we got this great thing going. And then all of a sudden you get distracted because you all on Instagram. You understand what I'm saying? It's just too much. And I don't have time to be policing no man. I don't have time to be policing anybody. I really don't. And then, like I said to my mom today, you know, I've dated, and I've had people who were insecure about the work that I do. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't get up and go to a job, but like, you know, some of you message me and be like, why are you up still? I'll be up till 3 in the morning sometimes. I just be working and watching TV and eating. Working, watching TV and eating, right? And then I may sleep in the next day or whatever. And I've been in situations where I'm talking to somebody and they'll call me throughout the day and I'm still walking around the house in my pajamas. But I'm working because I'm working through my phone. You understand what I'm saying? I'm working through my phone. I'm working through this laptop. I'm calling stuff. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people resent you because you don't have to get up and go to a job. But it's just like, listen, 6, 8, 9, 10 months ago, I was substitute teaching and doing all of this stuff that I do now. I'm editing podcasts. You understand what I'm saying? And so, like, I'm not going to explain, just like I told y'all a moment ago, I wasn't going to shrink anymore like I did with Nina. I'm not going to shrink for anybody anymore. I'm not going to apologize for where I am at this point in my career. Not to the guy who called Dante or inboxed Dante the other day, talking about he always on. Dante didn't even know this guy. The guy doesn't even know me, and he says, "Oh, he's always promoting himself." I'm not about to apologize for that. I'm not going to apologize for where I've at this point. I'm not even where I want to be. And if you can't accept me at this level, then you might need to step back, because this right here ain't even where I plan on being. Because, girl, my future's so bright. Say, my future's so bright. Say it, Nee. Say, my future's so bright. Say, because my future's so bright. If you can't see me now, bitch, you're going to be blind in about 5 years. You're going to be blind in 5 years. If you can't see me now, you're going to be blind in 5 years. But, you know, I want to be with somebody who's proud of what I do. That's going to celebrate what I do, because I want to celebrate what you do. I want to be proud of the work that you do. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just it. I want a partnership. And I just don't think that people are wired in that way now. My future's so bright. Kira. Is it Kira or Kyra? My future's so bright. Hey, Lavene. But you know what I'm saying? So, oh, is it Miss Shy or Miss Chi? Miss Shy, she know about would you date Tyler Perry? First of all, he would have to come out of the, oh, sorry. But anyway, listen. So for now, it's just me. I got me. My mother was like, well, I guess y'all by yourself. I said, oh, no, I ain't by myself. I got me. I got me, niece. It's Kyra. I think that's what I said second. Yes, I want a partnership. I want a partnership. I don't want to be in competition with somebody that I'm trying to supposedly building a life with. You understand? So, D'Antoine, Miss Perry, sign here. I can't with you. But listen, you know, so it's just about, I'm going to tell y'all, I ain't going to share that story. Anyway, listen, it's 10:11. It's 10:11 p.m. It's 10:11 p.m. You guys have an amazing night. Hopefully I said something that inspired you. If you have your own business, you better start using your social media to promote your shit. Fuck them people on your timeline. If they don't want to see it, let them bitches unfollow, period. D'Antoine, I really could keep talking, because I could keep talking, D'Antoine. But listen, stop worrying about what people think of you. You understand? Hey, Tamika Fox, love you too. Good night, Marsha. Okay, Sean, I got you. No, don't go. We miss you since you disowned us on Saturday. Look at Marie. Marsha said, y'all go purchase the merchandise. Oh, that's the other thing. So, like, for example, like when this guy inboxed Dante and told Dante, yeah, I don't like him. He's always promoting his stuff. First of all, you've never met me. You never even met Dante, and you inboxing Dante about me. And so I'm just like, that's crazy. But what I realize is when people say things like that about you and they don't even know you, it's really because they see something in you that they wish they had in themselves, right? They see something in you that they wish they had in themselves. And, you know, that has nothing to do with me. Excuse me. Yes, Carlton, I hope this was confirmation for you. You know, so you just have to do what you do. Leela talking about, don't go. Go over to the kitchen and cook something. She just want me to go over there and just cook something. Hey, Danielle ASB. Anyway, I need to get off of here and go situate my situation. Look, Bianca said, who is he? They want to go over there and get in that man's inbox. But listen, I need to go situate my situation. All right? So I appreciate you guys for supporting me. I really, really do. Oh, and so if I didn't promote my stuff, I'd be sitting at a day job again. Yes, Labane. Remember, that's my friend that came up and we talked about the smoothies and stuff. We're going to get together when she comes back in town. I'm here in town until the 18th. I think she's back before I leave. So we're planning to get together and we're going to put together like a recipe book of smoothies. She knows a whole lot more than I do. And so I messaged her the other day and said to her, what if we get together and we put together like a recipe book of smoothies? But we also, I didn't say this to you the other day, Labane, but I was thinking that what we could do is under each smoothie recipe, we could talk about what benefits it has, right? So for example, like if we have a smoothie that has sea moss in it, we'll talk about how it's good for removing mucus from your body or joint issues or what, you know what I'm saying? Because we'll have smoothies that will have turmeric in it, that kind of thing. So I was talking to her about that. So I think that would be something good for you guys. We'll see. We'll see what happens. If you like it, you like it. If not. Hey, Tamika Feng Shui. So yeah, so anyway, listen, you guys have an amazing night. Thank you for supporting what I do, because otherwise I would not be sitting here. I'd be in the bed somewhere getting ready to put my hair up in some rollers so I could go to work tomorrow at a job that I don't like. But anyway, you have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Because if you haven't brushed your tongue, then you haven't really brushed your teeth. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let me say this real quick. I got to watch Married at First Sight. The season finale is tonight. I watched the other day when they were talking about when they chose who was going to stay married or who was going to get divorced. Look at Shonda talking about take us in the shower with you. Aren't you a part of the community? Isn't she a lesbian? She's talking about take us in the shower. Listen. Yes, and don't forget the oil pull. Don't forget the oil pull. I've been oil pulling. Just because I haven't been saying it often doesn't mean I haven't been doing it. I still oil pull. All right? And I've been using my little cleansers and stuff. I had a nice mask on my face the other day. I started to tell y'all about it, but anyway, have an amazing night.